Hello Age of Empires 2 fans, it's me Glatose and today I'm bringing to you another game. For my series Noobs for Noobs, we are playing at Arena at a free-for-all match, it's a free-for-all match, everyone versus everyone, and we are playing with 6 players. Now, before I present the players and the civilizations they have, let me just say two things. The first thing is that this game was currently recorded at version 4.9. I had some other games that I wanted to show to you, but they were recorded at the version 4.7. So one of the things of Age of Empires High Definition is that the old recordings, the recordings of the old older patches, older versions cannot be seen, cannot be watched. So I think that this is something that the Steam, I don't know, officials or the Microsoft officials that are producing the new expansions should work on, because recordings it's not just for fun, and it's not just to watch yourself. It's a way to improve yourself, and it's also a way to watch other players playing the game, watch their strategies, and to me it's also fun. I sometimes find entertaining to watch some games, for example in YouTube, of other players. So it's really pity that you can't watch previous recordings of previous patches and previous versions. So I think it's something that the new I think it's something that Microsoft should certainly find a way to fix it. And it's also a pity because I had a very interesting game that I wanted to show you. I was the host of the game with very special uh, it was very special map, but and a very interesting game, but unfortunately I can't show it to you now. Anyway, let's talk about this game. As I said before, this was a free-for-all game at Arena, as you can see here, with 6 players. This is me, Klatosem, playing as Berbers. If you haven't noticed already, this is my my favorite civilization, for at least for Age of Empires African Kingdoms. The new expansions is coming, and I think that the next video of the high definition will be with the new expansion. But for now, this is my favorite civilization. I will tell you later about this. The yellow player is playing as the Aztecs, an infantry civilization. Now this is the orange civilization. The orange player plays as the Japanese. The blue player also playing as the Japanese, as you can see. The purple player, Crystallize, I think, is playing as Incas, and the grey player plays as the Byzantines. Now, let me tell you that we choose our civilization. So this is why I have Berbers. You notice that there are two Japanese civilizations. This is because the host here, it's the blue player, chose Japanese. His Elo ratings were 1600, so you couldn't really say if he is a good player or not. He has 1600 Elo. This could mean that he might be a good player, he might be a very noob player, but you can see from his score that this is not the case, and we are all keep an eye here. He is the orange player. His elo rating was 1900. And this is he didn't choose the civilization. He just chose mirror. Notice that this is something that many experienced players do. They don't choose a civilization. Most of the cases they choose mirror. Mirror means that they will have the same civilization as their opponent. In this case, as the host. So this is why he has Japanese, because the host choose Japanese. So of course, when the other players' elo, the other players' ratings were all about between 1500 and 1700. So you could certainly say that we all keep an eye on this guy. But as you can see, I don't know if this is a gameplay. You could call a gameplay of 1900. I don't know. He certainly has 3 town centers right now, and he is booming. But the blue player is doing very well. Also, I am also in a very good stage here, as you can see. I have also, I think, yes, 3TC. So it is a standard. It was a standard fast castle strategy, and then 3 town centers produce as many villagers as I can from these 3 town centers, and build my economy. And notice also that this is a 300 population. There was some fighting for the relics that we didn't quite catch up here. The grey player, if I remember correctly, has one that we saw, and I think he has also one more relic in his walls. The blue player has managed to take, I think, 2 more relics. Let me quickly check. Here it is, yes. And I think that, yes, the orange player has 1 relic also, the remaining relic. So it is 1 relic for the orange player, 2 relics for the blue player, and 2 relics for the grey player who has playing as the Byzantines. It is very important to gather the relics when you are not playing, when you don't have allies. And because if you don't have allies, you can't trade with them. And so the relics provides you with the extra bit of gold that can be game changing, you know. This extra bit of gold means that you can produce gold units a little more, so you can beat your opponent much more easily if he's going for not gold units. Here the orange player didn't pay attention to his 2 monks, and he lost them from the blue player. I want you to notice something here. As I said in early recordings, in previous recordings, sorry, I try to present to you games that are somehow interesting. You know, they're not games that there are easy wins or easy loses, and you can learn something. So this game we will be watching closely the blue player, who of course he is not a 1600 player. He is much better than this. I could say that he might be better than the orange player, that he is supposedly to be a 1900 player. I don't know if he is playing that, or maybe he has given his account to somebody else to play. But anyway, we will watch for a while the blue player. Watch what he's doing. Remember that he is the host here. Was that he's building castles, and he is walling them in 2 sides. Why is that? So if he's under attack, he won't be uh, the the castle won't be in heavy fire from the base in the base. He is also building a lot of gates here so that the armies can exit quickly from his base. So he seems that like he knows what he is doing. He seems that like he has played a lot of these arena free for all games. You could say that uh, he is a very experienced player, not only in general, but in this kind of game, free for all arenas as well. And um, in fact, when I'm now that I'm recording this game, he was also online and he was trying to find other players to play in this exact same settings. Uh, he's playing this kind of games very often. Here he's building some walls to secure this stone and this gold. And notice that here we are experiencing some lag. Notice here that the purple player and the gray player are very close to each other, and so we could expect some early things going on right there. But right now the orange player is attacking at the yellow player. Now this is very common to do in free for all match. Many experienced players do it. What I mean is that they attack an easy opponent, a weaker opponent. You see here that the orange player is about almost not 2000 in score, but 150 and 100. Come on, 500 above in score. So he's attacking early at the yellow player in order to kill him, to defeat him and take his resources. And we are talking here about two infantry civilizations that are colliding. Here the Byzantine player is coming with some monks. I don't know what he's planning to do, maybe convert some villagers. Yes, this is what he is doing. So anyway, you see here that the Japanese player has much more, I think, yes, much more upgrades to his units, and the Aztecs player has not done the Gallant Wars yet, so he doesn't have any attack upgrade, the attack upgrade of the Aztec civilization. And but as you can see, the orange player is taking his time. He's taking his time. Now the yellow player has reached the Imperial Age as well, so he might be able to defend a little better. And here we had, some attacking. Here the purple player is building a castle, a forward castle. This is a good choice because he will take all this gold for his own and also deny this stone. This is a good forward castle. And here the orange player is continues to attack. Now the yellow player has a lot of units, but are not upgraded. They are not upgraded. They are still long swordman. But on the other hand, the orange player has two-handed swordman. He has also some monks here that convert. Now he's going to two-handed swordman. They are not as upgraded as the orange player, but I think that the yellow player has the numbers. so he will manage to defend his base. Yes, and you see here that he has cleared the orange units and destroy the trebuchets. Look at this funny picture. The purple player and the blue player are taking from the same gold pile here. They are not attacking to each other. To be honest, the purple player could easily attack the yellow player. The one thing that he has to do is garrison his villagers to the town center, but he's not doing that. Now he's joking too, and you see here that the purple player is doing just fine. Is doing just fine against the gray player. So at this time, I think, the only one, and then the blue player who are not fighting. Of course, the blue player is preparing himself for an attack. Now, watch at his base. He has one, two, I don't know how many castles, 2 castles, 3 castles that are also protected by walls. And he has also a lot of Japanese towers that, as you know, are shooting more arrows. You could say that he is pretty protected in his home base against attacks, because there is a problem. There is a problem in free-for-all games. You might be attacking to someone, and then another player will attack at you, and usually at your base when you are defenseless. Now, this is happening here. The orange player was attacking at the yellow player. The yellow player defended just the way that it was needed. He gained some time, and as a result, the blue player is now attacking the orange player. Notice the difference here, because the blue player he has decided to attack a strong player, for example, and not a weak player like the purple. So the blue player has chosen a different strategy from the orange player, or maybe the blue player is afraid of orange player and wants to finish him quickly. At any rate, you see here that the blue player is using the Japanese trebuchets that are firing more quickly and more precise, and he is using them to snipe down enemy units and not just buildings. Now here, the purple player almost loses this castle, but he has managed to go to the Imperial Age, and he's building some trebuchets. I don't think that he can do enough here, the grey player against the purple player, because he is also at the Castle Age and not on the Imperial. And notice the unit choice of the blue player. He is using Japanese trebuchets to destroy enemy buildings and also to snipe enemy units. He's using champions that are Japanese champions, and they are attacking, I think, 25% more, and he has a lot of monks that heal his blue units and also convert enemy units. I think the monks are mostly because the blue player is afraid of cavalry units that can come and take down the trebuchets. So here I come out. We didn't talk a lot about me. This is my economy. I don't think that I have as good economy as the blue player. But I'm coming here against the yellow player. I have elite camel archers. I think they are fully upgraded. Elite genitors and some capped rounds and some bombard cannons. Now, the best thing, to be honest, that the yellow player could do to defeat me is to produce a little eagle warriors, because a little eagle warriors would do just fine against my units here. But the yellow player has champions, and they are not even fully upgraded champions anyway, but he has champions that are an easy prey to my elite camel archers. Anyway, as you saw before, the purple player destroyed the grey player. He defeated him, so now he can go in grey's base and take this gold. And in here we see that the blue player is pushing forward, and I think that this is a point when the orange player is defeated. You know, I have played a lot of times as the Japanese when I played random civilization games, and I have to say that they are pretty good civilization, and they can do much more things than just other infantry civilizations. And I think that this is their biggest advantage. This is their biggest advantage, and of course that their infantry is hitting 25% quicker. See how fast the Japanese trebuchets are shooting. And don't forget that in Age of Empires High Definition, and this is what we are playing now, the Japanese are also getting a bloodline. So cavalry is also a viable option. So notice here I'm doing pretty well against the yellow player. I think that when you're playing as the Berbers, you should mix bombard cannons and capped rams. They have capped rams and not siege rams, unfortunately. I'm destroying all his military building, and especially his barracks, because I'm a friend of Eagle Warriors. But I think that at this stage I have destroyed the yellow player, and he will resign anytime now. The same goes here for the yellow player. Here he is calling GG. The blue player is responding. And I should say that the purple player didn't take the opportunity to attack blue player while he was attacking orange. Because if you are dealing here with a much better player, and you can see, look at the score here, you can see that the blue player is much more, he's not a noob player, he's an experienced player, he's a much experienced player. See here that what yellow is saying, blue will kill you all, host is pro. He might has played with him before and know that his rating is not representing him well. So I think that purple should attack the Japanese right away, and he shouldn't wait that long, because now the blue player has finished with the orange, which was his in his mind until is the biggest threat, and now he is preparing to go against the purple player. Now the yellow player has resigned as well. Here comes the blue player. I think that he was coming just to check out to see what is happening here. and maybe take down some units. Well, I can certainly take down these champions. They are not so many, and also I have elite camel archers. But as you can see, now what is going to this is where the action will be. The blue player is coming and he is attacking the purple player. I think that I will kill these units. It wasn't wise, because even though they are champions, they cost some gold. It wasn't wise for the blue player to just leave them here to die. But anyway, and now the blue player is attacking the purple player. The purple player is choosing Elite Eagle Warriors. Notice that the Little Eagle Warriors of Incas are pretty bulky in their pierce armor. They have 10 pierce armor. But when you are dealing against the champions of the Japanese, they are easy prey. So the blue player is building some champions and also has his trebuchet here to attack. Notice that the blue player is low on gold, but I think that at this stage we are all low on gold. I have a lot of gold, or some gold, not a lot, and the purple player has also some gold. But this is also an example of a good player. You know, when you have gold, and in general when you have resources, you must spend it. It doesn't help to just have them in hold and don't use them. So here the purple player is asking for my help. He's asking that to attack me to attack at the blue player. To be honest, I was intended to do so because I clearly see that the purple player is not the threat. It's not a threat. It's the blue player that it is threatening, and I think that the best strategy in this case is to do a 2 versus 1. And I should cooperate with the purple player in order to take out the blue player first, and then after the blue player is out, attack the purple player. But you see here that the blue player is moving forward very easy and very fast. This is because he has the military advantage, and also he has the trebuchets that they are pretty fast in deploying and killing down enemy buildings and enemy units. And you see here that the purple player didn't manage to hold the line. At the same time, the blue player is literally building barracks everywhere. He's building barracks everywhere. Now I am here and I am attacking the blue player. So I want you to understand, this is why I was telling you that we will watch the blue player strategy here, and I think that this is the educational, if you could say, the educational part of the game. What the blue player has done, first of all, he has a pretty well protected economy. He has a big economy. It is pretty protected, as you can see, with a lot of castles, with a lot of keeps, Japanese towers. So he has, I think, the best economy of the game. In fact, I think that he has over 200 villagers. So he has 200 villagers in a 300 population cap. And then his strategy is pretty simple. He just builds barracks everywhere, and he is producing uh, units. So even if he loses his units, he will replenish them very fast because of all these military buildings. Here the purple player will manage to take down some trebuchets. So anyway, what I was saying is that the blue player uh, is an economy player, to my opinion. He has the best economy in the game. He has an economy that can sustain, not sustain. He has an economy that allows him to build constantly military units, even if they are trash like the Harbalier, and also has some trebuchets and some monks in the back to you know to attack. So you see here that I have cleared all these military buildings, and I'm going for these military buildings. The blue player is fighting in both sides right now. He has built a lumber camp here, and he is also attacking here the purple player. The purple player was almost destroyed at this point. So you see here that I have come prepared with a lot of elite janitors, a lot of hand cannoneers, and a lot of camel archers. So all these units are doing pretty well against Harbalier. So you could think that this is an easy fight for me. I have the units advantage. That is for sure. So you see here that the blue player is in a purple player economy. The purple player has two economies bases, if you would like. One is here behind these walls, and one is here. The purple player is here, and he's also here. And now notice this conflict. Notice how he used his trebuchet to take down my bombard cannons, because I wanted to use my bombard cannons to attack the trebuchets. He is also using his monks to convert my heavy camels. I had heavy camels because I was afraid that he would go to cavaliers. And notice here that he is just replenishing his units. How quickly he is replenishing his units. So even though I have killed many of them, he is just sending out more Harbaliers, and at the same time he is using his trebuchets to take down my ranged units. So I am falling back because, to be honest, he is dealing with my gold units with his trash units. At this time I was in shock because even though I have played against Japanese, and I have also played as Japanese, I didn't expect this heavy fire from the trebuchets. And you see here that the blue player is coming with much more barracks. He's building barracks. He is spamming barracks everywhere. And this is, as I said before, his strategy. A good economy in the back with 200 villagers, and let's see, he has like 50 infantry, 26 units, 13 range units. I think it's the monks, maybe. Okay. Oh no, it's 13. I don't know what the range units are. There might be some skirmishers, yes, right here. But this is it. I don't think if this adds up to 100 units, but he doesn't care. he doesn't care because he has the economy to replenish his army in an instant. So notice that, of course, he's not a noob player. He's a very experienced, a very skilled player. Um, Here I come with some hussars to take down the trebuchets, but my hussars don't do very well against the Japanese Harbalier. I think that the Japanese Harbalier might be the best Harbalier in the game. I'm not really sure. It's one of the best anyway. And notice also that we are lucky because the purple player has the army here and he has managed to. I have managed to shift the attention of the blue player to me, so the purple player is rebuilding himself. But to be honest, I can't do much against this kind of player. He's much more experienced than me, he's much more skilled than me. He just knows what he's doing, and I think that he is using his units to the fullest, to their best capability. So I am regrouping. I guess I should have more military buildings. This is one of my mistakes. But to be honest, if I had it, I'm not sure that my economy would be good enough to replace, not to replace, yes, to produce military units as fast as the blue player. So it all comes down to the economy here. And I think I have about 100 villager. I think that the purple player, I don't think that he has a lot of villagers now. Let's check it. I have, yeah, I have, see here, I have like 90, 90 villagers and 10 are idle. Purple player has much more villagers than I have, but he has 66 idle villagers. That's not good. That's not good. And the blue player, as I said before, has almost 100 villagers. So at this point, the blue player has pushed me back. I am back at my base and regrouping. And at the same time, the blue player is going against the purple player to finish him off. Well, I think that the purple player should rebuild a bit faster. But to be honest, sorry, I don't know if you can do much if your whole economy is destroyed. And here he is using some trebuchets in order to attack the blue player's economy. I think that this is the right thing to do. This is the right thing to do. And he is now collecting some 2 relics. So now I think that the purple player has 2 relics. And I'm just sending, in this battle between the purple player and the blue player, I am just sending some hussars to attack the blue player's trebuchet, because I think that this is his main strength. This is one of his 2 main strengths. The trebuchets in one hand, and on the other hand, the constant production of military units, and to be specific, harbaliers. So I am sending hussars in an attempt to destroy the trebuchets. I think I'm doing okay. But as I said before, hussars is an easy opponent against harbaliers in general. So it ends up that I'm sending like 20 or 30 hazards to kill these trebuchets. I managed to kill one or two trebuchets, and then I lose all of my units. Here the purple player, I think that he's doing okay. He's doing okay. Uh, so now we are pressing. We have managed to press against the blue player, but the blue player is coming here as well. Notice that I have produced some Berbers and I have sent them here in order to kill the Harbaliers as they are coming here. I thought that this was a pretty smart move from me. Berbers and can have a pretty good late game and a pretty good trash game, trash wars, because they have elite janitors. And elite janitors is mounted skirmishers, and as you know, skirmishers are doing very well against Harbaliers, against the pikeman line. Here the blue player has managed to destroy all the purple player's trebuchets, and he is now attacking here. I have come here. I remain here with my elite genitors and I'm killing as much enemy units, blue enemy units as I can. But of course, if I don't destroy the blue player's buildings, it won't have an effect because the blue player has the economy to replenish his army in an instant. Here I come with some hazards in order to take down these trebuchets. And I managed just to take down one. This is pretty bad of me. Well, the purple player is saying why horses when first of all I don't have gold. I could go Harbalier. To be honest, I couldn't because I don't have the upgrades for my infantry. But I could go infantry if I wanted, maybe. But I think that even if I had Harbalier, I don't think that Berbers have Harbalier, first of all. And also, I could go champions. Notice that the Berbers have fully upgraded champions. So even these are Japanese Harbaliers, my champions could do pretty well against them. However, champions are gold unit. It's a gold unit. They might cost a little gold, but they are gold unit. And to be honest, I don't have gold. I have 400 gold, as you can see. You see here also my food and my wood resources. And now look at this. Look how much more resources the blue player is having. Anyway, here I have sold some food and wood, and I have bought some gold in order to bring some bombard cannons, because I know that if I don't destroy the blue player's buildings, this game will not have an end. But the blue player has one more time managed to go in the purple's base and destroy his economy. I don't think that the purple player has defended himself that good, you know. And here he is not paying attention to his units. He is attacking to me with his units and not the blue player. This is also a crucial mistake from him. I have built a castle here because I had some stone to spare, you know. And right now, I think that even though the blue player is playing against uh, two other players, he's playing a 2 vs 1. He's doing just fine. He's doing just fine. And you see here that he's bringing his big weapon, the Japanese trebuchets. You see here that this has become a fully trash war if you accept the siege units, the bomber cannons and the trebuchets and maybe some monks from my opponent. This is a total trash war. You see here that I have my genitors in this formation. I don't really remember the name of this formation, but I have this formation in order not the trebuchet of the blue player kill easy my genitors. And I can't understand why the purple player is not dealing with this nuisance here and come out and help me. Well, I understand, I understand that the blue player has destroyed the purple player's base 2 times now. But I'm playing 1 against 1 right now, and I'm not doing, as you can see, so well. Here I'm doing, or I'm trying to do some micro and take down the trebuchets with my cannons. I managed to do it. But the monks of the blue player managed to convert some of my bombard cannons, as you can see. I will manage to take them down, but you could say that I trade my cannons for his trebuchets. However, the blue player, as I have said 1,000,000 times by now, have better economy, so he can sold food and wood more easily and bring more trebuchets. So I am retreating here. You see that the blue player is building barracks everywhere. Maybe this could be his nickname of the blue players, barracks everywhere. Anyway, you see here that for some reason he continues to destroy the purple player without the purple player doing anything. He has some units here, but okay. I'm curious how many idle villagers has the blue player. 25 idle villagers. At the same time, the blue player has 1 idle villager and I have 9 idle villagers. So, I don't think that in general the purple player played so well. But, well, I have to be fair here. He did fine. He did fight for a noob player. This was supposed to be a noob player's match. But we didn't expect to be two very experienced, almost pro players in this match, the blue player and of course the orange player. And at this point I'm falling back. As you can see, the blue player is coming. I don't think that at this point you see how I don't even have 1000 food here. So I can't continue to produce many units, even trash units for much more time. Here I think that finally the blue player, the purple player dealt with these units, these enemy units. But I think it's too late. I think it's too late at this point. He has some units. he has some units here, and to be honest, the purple player's units are fully upgraded. He's not a bad player, he's a noob player, just like me. But you know, when you are playing against very skilled players like the blue player here, you notice much more mistakes that you and other players are doing. Uh, Here I could say that my major mistake here is that I don't have a good economy, because I have an economy for a 200 population cap, and this is a 300 population cap, so I should at least have 50 more villagers in order to be able to um, you know to stand against the blue player. And here the blue player has breached my walls and he's going for my economy. Here I'm calling GG. I think that I did pretty well against the blue player. Of course I was going pretty well against him because I was a 2 versus 1. But anyway, and now it's 1 versus 1 against the purple player and the blue player, but you only need to see the score to know what is going to happen. Well, the purple player has some good unit choices. This is a good choice from him. He has champions and he has a little eagle warriors. Both those units are very well against monks. The eagle warriors are good against monks, against the trebuchets, and of course, as I said before, the purple player has champions that are good against the Harbalier. I just remember that the purple player is Incas, and Incas have two elite units, two unique units. The first unique units is a better pikeman. I can't really remember the name. Let's just check really quick. Yeah, the one unit choice is this Kamayuki, if I'm pronouncing it well. It's a much better, you could say, pikeman, much better harbalier, but Incas has also this slinker, and slinkers are, you could say, a very good or a good hand cannoneer. So they cost 40 gold, so they are pretty heavy on gold, but if the purple player had made some of these early in the game, maybe he would be able to counter the blue player more appropriately. Of course, notice that I had cannoneers that were demolished by the blue player's trebuchets. So the purple player, sorry, is pushing here. He's pushing really good. The blue player doesn't seem to care a lot about this. He doesn't care at this point, and he's just pushing here with his trebuchet. He's not coming back to defend his base. Notice here that the purple player has destroyed the blue player's houses, so the cap is lower here, and you know the cap is lower, so he can't replenish his army that much quick. Now this is a good strategy. Destroy the enemy houses if you are playing against a player with that good economy. but somewhere the blue player is rebuilding. I think here, yeah, here he's rebuilding his houses, so he won't have problem uh, much longer. The siege ram is a good choice if you are going against keeps, Japanese keeps and castles. Yes, it's a very good choice, but I think that the purple player has chosen his units well here. But the blue player is unstoppable at this point, and he is making some elite samurais, because elite samurais is the answer almost to everything here. He is the answer to his answer to elite skirmishers. He can do pretty well against champions. He can do extremely well against elite English warriors if there are any still in the game. So yeah, he is doing pretty well at this point. He is pressing here as well. The purple player is laughing. He thinks that the blue player is retreating. Well, he retreats his trebuchets, and he has put some villagers to repair it. Oh, he has lost the trebuchets. He might lose this as well. Anyway, the battle is here and here as well. Look how the blue player is using one more time the trebuchets to kill the elite skirmishers. And here I think that the blue player is ready to push back. This was a very good attempt from the purple player. It was a very good attempt, but now here comes the elite samurais. The blue player has fixed his house problem. So he is coming here also with his trebuchet, and he has some villagers here to repair them. The blue player also has left some units here to destroy my base. I don't see the point of this, but okay. Well, I don't think if the purple player is joking or something, but he's calling the blue player hacker. Of course, the blue player is not a hacker. There is not hacking here. He's just a very skilled, a very experienced player that has played a lot of these games, and he knows what to do in most situations here. Now the purple player is wondering if the blue player has markets, if he's using some other player's market to have some gold. No. This is the answer. He has better eco, so he can manage to produce a lot of units. Notice here how the elite samurai are doing pretty well against the elite skirmishers. And now the blue player has reached the economy, if you can call this economy, the weak economy anyway of the purple player. Of course, the purple player has an economy here, so it's okay, it's an okay economy. Here the blue player is building his favorite building, the barrack. He's building barracks everywhere, and he is building some fortified walls. So I think that he will manage to secure this territory here. He has taken down the monastery of the purple player, so the purple player now don't have any more real gold to take. Well, notice that maybe this is a good strategy uh, because the blue player has how many? Oh, now he has like okay, now he has like more than almost 150 units. Okay, uh, so he's doing pretty well. Maybe he has deleted some of his villagers. Yes, you see here that there were some farms that are not anymore. He has deleted some villagers in order to create more military units. He has destroyed here the purple player's economy, and he is coming here. Well, I have to compliment the purple player because he is not giving up. I would have given up in this if I was in his place. You saw me earlier. But the purple player is not giving up. He is just playing until the end. And you know, this is something that I admire, to be honest, in many players. The purple player is wondering about the blue player's towers. Now the blue player is lying because he had built the towers before it was 2 versus 1. He was one of his strategies. But anyway. And here it is GG, and the blue player has won the game and the purple player has resigned. So let's quickly see the where is it? Yes, let's quickly see the stats here just to make sure. Here is look how many units the blue player killed. He killed 2,000 and 400 units. Look how units he lost. I was balanced here, almost balanced the purple player, but you can see that the blue player was using his units to the fullest, to the best, and this is why he has lost so little units comparing, of course, to the units that he killed. The raising here, look that he has done almost 60 conversions. Anyway, and he didn't even have the largest army. He had the third largest army after me and purple. See here the economy, and understand why he was able to do such strategy, especially food and gold collected, and also gold, to be honest. He had much more gold than any of us. Yeah, so he had 3 castles. He didn't have a lot of castles, but he had 3 relics. I had a lot of castles because I had a lot of stone, and here look, 215 villagers was the villager high. So I think that it was a pretty interesting match. I hope that you enjoyed. It wasn't a noob vs noob here. We were playing against a skilled player. I don't know if he's just an experienced or a pro player, but anyway, I think that this was a very educational game and pretty fun also. So thank you for watching. I think that the next game that I will be playing will be with the new expansions, Rise of Rayaz. So we might see some some new civilizations. And until then, thank you for watching, and goodbye.